Welcome to a platform where we debate on the top stories of the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and other leagues with the best in the world of sports. You'll also get interviews with many athletes and media talents at several basketball events, including the WNBA and college basketball. My name is Knox Louison, and this is Nothing But That Sports Talk.
Knox here reporting for Nothing But That Sports Talk, fresh off the heels of another Canelo Alvarez victory. He cruised to an easy victory, 12-round decision over Jaime Munguia, who, by the way, came ready to fight. I think most people predicted Munguia wouldn't last probably more than 6 or 7 rounds. Instead, he went the distance. Early on, he definitely had the advantage. His pressure style was definitely giving Canelo some trouble. Maybe not trouble, but definitely we haven't seen someone take Canelo to those parts. You know, typically his last 5 or 6 fights, he's kind of dictated the range throughout and dictated the pace. Whereas Munguia brought that true Mexican style to this fight. The first 4 rounds met him in the center of the ring, traded high volume, high pace. But some of his shortcomings, just he couldn't avoid them. One of Munguia's problems he's always had is his chin is always out there to be hit. In all of his last fights, he's been touched, he's been rocked, and against lesser competition, it really hasn't affected him the same. He's been able to come through and pull out the victories, but you can't have that deficiency against a guy like Canelo. Canelo's too good. That chin was out there from round 4 all the way to round 12, and Canelo took full advantage of it. What's next for both guys? That's a tough one. The whole world is waiting for Canelo versus Benavidez. I feel like he's really turning heel and leaning into that heel character, pay me and I'll fight. He wasn't really talking like that before. I personally think Canelo has a really good chance beating Benavidez, but I think he's hesitant to give him the rub. And for all those who don't know, the rub is essentially pass the torch on to make that next guy a star. I think he realizes he's still the biggest draw in boxing. I think he realizes a fight with Benavidez, win, lose, or draw, could potentially turn Benavidez into a star, much like his fight with Floyd did. When Floyd fought Canelo was still young, really wasn't up to that standard, and really wasn't deserving that fight. But Floyd recognized this kid has a Mexican following. He probably going to end up being a big star. He took the fight, beat him easily, and in turn, it gave Canelo that rub where he went on to be the next big star in boxing. So I think Canelo's kind of hesitant to do that with Benavidez. I don't think he's going to fully be able to give the rub to Munguia in this fight, but I think Munguia definitely got a new set of fans. I think he came into this not having much of a chance, but walked out a better boxer for taking this fight as seriously as he did, and for pushing the envelope. He can kind of take whatever fight he wants next. I think he proved his worth and can be an A side against a lot of people. I probably think he drops back down to 160 because there isn't much room to do anything at 168 because Canelo has that division on lock. So definitely think he can move down to 160. What can I say? Canelo's still the man, still reigning on top. What does he do next? Hopefully, in a perfect world, Turkey al-Sheikh, His Excellency, reaches out, offers that endless bag, and says, "Hey, let's just make this fight. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone deserves to see it." Neither guy has anywhere else to go between Canelo and Benavidez. I know Benavidez is moving up to fight at 175, but that's for an interim title. He should be tired of interim titles. It's time for him to fight for the real thing, and the real thing is fighting Canelo. Well, let's make it happen. Riyadh season in September. Let's see if that comes to fruition. But yeah, stay tuned. Stay with Nothing But That Sports Talk. We've ventured into boxing now, and we'll hit you something new in a couple weeks.